Hello everyone. Today let's see the variables in Java programming language. So what are these variables? Whatever we want to store the data in the programming, so we store with the help of variables. That's the variable concept is nothing but it is used to store data. So what are the different types of variables in Java programming? So we have different types like string, which is used to store the text. For example, my name Pooja, or whatever we want to store, a day, Saturday, or coding. Whatever a string or whatever the text that we want to store, we use the variable called string. Next, we have integer. What is integer? I think we have all studied the term called integer when we are in second standard or something. It's the numbers, either the positive numbers or negative numbers or zero. That's considered as an integer. Float stores the floating point number, that is with the decimals like 253.97 or 53.33333. Double is similar to float, but it has double precision. So it stores the floating point number with double precision, like the value of pi 3.141592653589793. It can store, I think, up to 16 digits, 15 or 16 digits. So character is used to store char variable. So char variable is used to store a character, that is a letter in the alphabet like A, X, P, Z. Then we have Boolean. It stores the values with two state. Either it is true or false. So the syntax is variable. First, we'll declare the type. What type, whether it's a string, integer, float, double, char, or boolean. Next, the variable name. So while writing the variable name, we have to use camel convention. So what is camel convention is, first, for example, variable name string 1. So variable we write it with a small letter v, and the after variable name, the next word is name. The N starts with capital letter and string S starts with capital letter. That's called the camel convention. So the variable name, which is equal, then we'll be assigning the value to the variable name. So the difference between float and double. So the size of the float is 32 bits. So which is 4 bytes. 1 byte is 8 bits. The double is 64 bits, which is 8 bytes. Precision, it can store up to 6 to 7 decimal digits, whereas double can store 15 to 16 decimal digits. Well, so it's default, like it's not default, float is not default, and double is a default for decimal literals. And then suffix. So for float, we need to add like 3.14f. For double, we no need to add anything. Speed. Obviously, the float is faster because it's less bits when compared to the double. So it's slightly faster on lower end system. Double is slightly slower, but it is more precision. So when we have to use either float or double. So float, when we want to store the memory, like memory is very when we want to save the memory, sorry, when we want to save the memory, so when the memory is limited, that time we can store use float. When we have to use double is when we want the accurate value. It's not about the memory, it's only the accurate value. That time we can use double. So let's just write a small program. So first let me declare integer a is equal to 10, string str1 equal to, then we have double. Let's keep it as pi. Then we have char. So what is the camel convention if I want to say like bool value 1. So value is an next word which we use capital and 1. So this is called the camel convention. Let me try to, okay. Then let's print it. So if bool value is equal to, if bool value, then bool value 1. So if bool value 1, then print system dot sysout term dot out dot println. So let's print str1. Let's leave space and print pi value. And let's leave space and again print. So if it's true, let's print pi value. If it is false, else let's print character. So let's just run the program. I didn't save the program, that's why that is. So let's take out this one. If I run, again I didn't save. So since the bool value is true, it prints puja and the pi value. Let's give this as false and just run the program. Since bool value is false, we are getting the character. If you like the video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you all.